Hey everyone, Usman here, back with another video. So I am going to be talking about the Marvel Netflix shows being canceled. Well, the shows have already been canceled, I mean, like, quite some time ago, but I mean, like, being removed off of Netflix roughly in the beginning of the new month, in the beginning of March. So I'm going to be talking about that, giving my thoughts on that, reading some news, all that kind of stuff, the usual stuff I do on this channel. So if you want to see more of that cool stuff, don't forget to like and subscribe, as well as just leave a comment letting me know what you think about this whole thing, and, did you like or love, or not really like or love the Marvel Netflix shows, or something like that? Did you appreciate anything about, like, the darker, grittier sort of tones of some of them, or themes or stuff that it explored? You can let me know down below in the comments. Daredevil and the other Marvel shows are leaving Netflix next month. A new message says they'll depart the platform on March 1st. Marvel's live-action superhero series are leaving Netflix starting on February 28th. Polygon has confirmed. The 6 shows that originally premiered on Netflix, Daredevil, Jessica Jones, Luke Cage, The Punisher, Iron Fist, and The Defenders, now come with an advisory in the top left corner that they will be off of the streaming service. Sources confirmed to Polygon that the rights to the 6 series have reverted to Disney, though it's unclear if the series will appear on Disney Plus, Hulu, or another avenue. Polygon has reached out to Disney representatives for clarification and comment, but the company did not immediately reply. Daredevil's Matt Murdock, Charlie Cox, recently crossed over from Netflix's small stakes version of the Marvel Universe into the larger MCU in Spider-Man No Way Home. Around the same time, Daredevil's Kingpin also jumped into the MCU with his appearance in the final episodes of Hawkeye. While those are the only time any of these characters have appeared in a Marvel movie or in a Disney Plus series, the crossovers were enough to rocket Daredevil to the Netflix's top 10, despite the fact that its last season was 2018. While there is so far no official announcement about these series leaving Netflix, it isn't entirely surprising. When Disney was preparing to launch Disney Plus, then CEO Bob Iger said the company would bring its first-party properties and shows to the service, with Marvel Studios nodding to and further canonizing the Netflix series. It makes sense that the company would want them under one of its various umbrellas for the foreseeable future. Netflix isn't losing all of its Marvel content, though, or so it seems. Shows like Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and a few animated series like X-Men and Lego Marvel don't have the same message, which could mean that they're safe for the moment. That was an article from Polygon just talking about, like, the series are going to be leaving around February 28th or March 1st or something like that. So when I went on Netflix, I did see that it was February 28th. So yeah, February 28th is basically the last day of February is around the time that these shows will leave, which I think is kind of sad, because I'm like, oh, well, these shows are pretty cool. I mean, specifically, I think I had to mention my series that I really enjoyed was, Daredevil was like my number one. That was like my favorite Marvel Netflix show, favorite Marvel show, favorite show in general, I think, of all time. And yeah, that was such a great show, was well acted, great action, the characters were, interesting, all that kind of stuff. Like, everything I could possibly say and love from something Marvel related. And it wasn't like, MCU kind of. It wasn't like a lot of people usually give the MCU a lot of, like, always, criticize it for being too childlike and not really delving into sort of, just the darker themes, or being too kid-like or lighthearted, that kind of thing. I just think that the Marvel Netflix shows, they dive in deep, and I love that whole thing. And I also love the MCU stuff. Like, I don't know, like, I'm fine with either one of those sort of tones or themes or something. I'm not, like, from either one of Marvel anything. For me, I'm just a person that likes to, like, consume all this as much as possible. I don't really care about, like, gosh, this has to be darker, or this. It doesn't matter. But either way, but no, Daredevil was awesome. And the other shows like Punisher and everything were great too. Punisher being number 2 favorite. But Daredevil was great. I'm just going to keep on saying that constantly. Iron Fist was not that great, everything like that. And yeah, there was a whole question of, like, are they going to canonize everything and everything like that, because of, Vincent D'Onofrio being in Hawkeye, and Charlie Cox being in Spider-Man No Way Home. So it's a little bit like, are they going to be the same from that universe, or are they going to be, or is it going to be completely different iterations of those characters? And I don't know. I would say that probably they might be different iterations, I guess, of those characters. Honestly, who knows? Like that, you know what? I'll probably just say that they're different iterations. I find it incredibly exciting that they're back. Those actors are back, and hopefully they'll bring back the other, Netflix actors and other future projects, and we'll get to see what they do with them from then on. But, like, yeah, as I mentioned, those shows were great, and I think that the shows will probably end up going either on Hulu or on Disney Plus. Specifically, I could see it being on Disney Plus. I just think they would give it, like, a parental rating or something, because of, like, its, mature content a little bit, with the stuff that they show. But honestly, I don't know. I'm just making stuff up as much as possible. I just think that it might be on Disney Plus, and they might just give it, like, a parental guidance rating or something, be like, kids cannot watch this or something. So that's what I think will be the case for something like that. I'm not entirely sure, but I'm thinking it might be the case. Yeah, that's what I would say about this whole sort of matter. I hope that we get to see these characters again soon. Obviously, we saw those two come back. I think we're going to see Daredevil again and She-Hulk probably again. Maybe, who knows, maybe in Moon Knight, because I think Moon Knight and Daredevil teamed up in the comic books, so they were both, fighting crime and fighting with each other, and that was pretty awesome, seeing those two together. They're both like, martial artists and or vigilantes or whatever. So and Spider-Man again with Daredevil and Kingpin, all that stuff. Either way, I'm extremely excited about. Like I really want to see it, and as a fan, I'm like, you know what? Why not? We'll see what happens. So yeah, those are my thoughts on that whole thing. That's what I would say about that. As always, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.